Brian Chu, who was a wrestler at WPI, as a matter of fact.
As you can see, we're moving right into our 112-pound bout.
112 pounds. Freshman Paul Davis of Franklin is wrestling junior Bob O'Connell of Dedham. O'Connell has extensive tournament experience. We'll see if it comes into play here in this final bout. O'Connell will be wearing the red ankle band, and Davis will be wearing the green.
Both of these wrestlers look awfully large for 112 pounds.
Right now, Davis is working the arm, and O'Connell is working the head, and jumps in on a single leg. He's got it locked up, but they're near the edge, and another takedown lost on the edge of the mat, Doug.
One of my wrestlers wrestled earlier yesterday, and I counted the number of times they went out of bounds. It was 15 in one single bout. It gets to be ridiculous.
It almost seems like we're going to have to put a fence up to keep the kids from moving out of bounds all over the place, but it's not feasible. Once again, Davis on the arm and O'Connell on the head. Davis goes inside trying to do an outside dump, move that we've seen in this tournament pretty much for the first time. Once again, the lock up on their feet. Both wrestlers trying to gain an advantage by moving the other wrestler around.
In my opinion, I think that Davis right here is not being anywhere near aggressive enough, and the referee should recognize that.
Yeah, it seems to be. He's able to get in on the leg, and he's just not taking the opportunity when it presents itself. Once again, we have a freshman against a junior here, so we'll see if experience is a factor. I think also that O'Connell should start taking to this freshman, or else he's going to gain confidence.
Well, my opinion now is that Bob O'Connell is falling back away from the action.
Yeah. I saw a signal from the assistant referee that he feels red is stalling.
I do agree with that.
It's up to the head official now to see if he'll make the call. Once again, arm and head. Davis loves to pull that arm under, try to dump. No points scored in the first period, and no takedowns or points scored. Seems to me that in a wrestling match of this caliber, no points and no takedowns in the first period, somebody was stalling.
It also seems like that to myself. I've said that many times before, that the referees have got to force the action if the wrestlers will not do that themselves.
I believe in college a couple of years ago they changed the rule that if there was no score in the first period that somebody got a mandatory warning. Do you remember that? You remember that rule?
I do, but I don't know how well it worked out at that level.
Right now, O'Connell's in the top position.
It's working across wrist, I believe.
I believe Davis took down. He's got the cross wrist, and he's tying that arm up underneath Davis's chest, making it really difficult for him to do much of anything. Wrestlers go out of bounds. We have to restart again. Well, that's 5 times right there. In this match, they've been out.
It's going to happen an awful lot. I don't see many points being scored in this match. I think Davis is going to be very lucky to even get away from him right now.
I think sometimes wrestlers make a mistake waiting to pull off a big move in the third period, and when it doesn't come, they ended up a very disappointed wrestler. Once again, he's tying up the wrist with both hands this time. Davis powers to his feet, but they're out of bounds. This freshman, Paul Davis, is remarkably strong for a freshman in this weight class, 112 pounds.
He's remarkably large and strong for this weight. As a matter of fact, there's been some outstanding wrestlers in this tournament.
There's a switch by Davis. He caught O'Connell a little bit slow off the referee's whistle and picked up a 2-point reversal on a switch.
These kids look like mirror images of each other. They're riding the same technique in the top position.
Right, now Davis is in on the tying up the arm, trapping it to the chest of O'Connell, and O'Connell's trying to grab his leg. Very conservative top wrestling here.
Very. O'Connell on the bottom is maintaining a base very well, but he's got to do more than just stay there. He's got to start turning a little bit.
He's got 30 seconds left in this first period to score some points. He doesn't want to be down 2-0 going into the third. Now Davis is in on the head. He's got a leg inside, and he's trying to stretch the wrestler out. He's got O'Connell tied up pretty well here. It's really difficult for O'Connell to do much of anything when he has him tied up. But there's a roll. Try to grab the leg and wrist and roll.
Something may happen here.
Davis blocked it. It's getting near the end of the period.
Not yet.
Nothing yet. There's the reversal, and the referee is counting near fall points. Let's see what the reward is.
He's gotten the criteria.
2 reversal for O'Connell and 2 near fall.
That was a very, very close call on that near fall for back points.
Yeah, he was
very
rocking
close.
back and forth there.
You have to expose the wrestler's shoulders to the mat for 2 full seconds to receive near fall points. It's somewhat questionable whether that was done here.
Now O'Connell chooses the bottom for the start of the third period. Now he's in a little better position. He's up by 2 points. If he's aggressive on the bottom, I don't see any way he can lose. Davis, on the other hand, has his work cut out for him. He has to actually turn O'Connell to his back so he can tie this match up or possibly go ahead.
I think O'Connell here is going to be very, very content to sit it out.
There's a lifting Turk. He lifted the bottom wrestler's leg and tried to step through and hook the other one, but it didn't work.
We're on the line again.
Once again, out of bounds.
We're going back to the middle for a fresh start.
The very partisan Franklin contingent, which is sitting right over to the right of the mat, is now hollering for stalling. They want the referees to force O'Connell to wrestle. There's a possible stack. Tried to tilt him, but O'Connell's hanging onto his leg. It's going to be very difficult to turn O'Connell onto his back with that leg in there. O'Connell just picked up a warning for stalling. He seems to be holding onto that leg for dear life and not trying to do anything with it. That's a clear stall in wrestling. Now O'Connell comes to his feet, picks up the double leg, and scores the reversal.
I think that reversal was scored on the Franklin boy, Davis, being a little overly aggressive. He took some chances and tried to score.
Now O'Connell has a move called a pipe wrench, where he's got the arm levered behind the back, and he's scoring near fall points with it. Referee's holding out 2 fingers. He scored 2 near fall. It just remains to be seen where he can. There it is. There's the score. 6-2 now. 8-2 in favor of O'Connell. 24 seconds left in the third period. O'Connell once again has Davis heading for his back.
Notice how the tide has changed as soon as O'Connell opened up and stopped being conservative.
Yeah, he's getting near fall points again. I think he may have become more aggressive when the referee warned him for stalling, and this is why we like the referees to do it, to encourage more action on the mat. There's O'Connell in great shape right there, picks up 3 near fall.
Great ending for this match.
Super, super excitement. And your 112-pound champion is junior Bob O'Connell from Dedham in the 112-pound weight class. Final score, 11-2. I think if we got the officials